defensive win shares.
And Jordan has really improved his defense every year since Doc Rivers challenged him. Last season ended third in the Defensive Player of the Year award race, but he has one in his future, no doubt, if he continues to progress. Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Pick by Griffin. Smith for three. Good. Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Now here's Paul, and it's Jordan atop the key. It's tipped. Gasol with the steal. Dunleavy the pass to Butler. Gasol wide open. He fires. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And that's now 6 points for Pau Gasol. Here's Navarro. And he gets it to go.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Here's Rose. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Fires from 18. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Paul with the ball, and Rose picks him up defensively. Gasol with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Lets a floater go, and there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Dunleavy.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over him.
You know, guys sometimes love proving people wrong. You know that from guys you've played with. And Greg, this mismatch gives him an opportunity to quiet the haters and naysayers.
Yeah, okay.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Rose kicks to Gasol. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Gasol's got 8 points.
I don't think you can say enough about the quarter he's having. Every one of his attempts has gone down.
It's rebounded by Noah.
If they can end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And that one's good. Griffin.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Clippers were so strong on the road last season. They led the league, Clark, in field goal percentage while on the road, and actually they scored more points away from Staples than in it.
Especially down the stretch, Kevin. I mean, they finished the regular season with 8 straight road wins to get home court advantage in the first round. Superb.
Chicago leading. Outside Rose. 17-foot shot on the way. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. Navarro, the pass to Paul. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And the Clippers with those 8 road wins at the end, you mentioned, that pushed their road record to 26-15. That was second best in the league. They also set a franchise high for road wins.
And it's blocked by Jordan. To the paint, and now the fast break. Griffin with the ball.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
There's the triple, and Mike Dunleavy with the three.
You know, what's amazing about the Clippers on the road last year, guys, was the context. I mean, they had a bunch of back-to-back games and went 16-4 on the back end of back-to-backs. 11 of those came on the road.
Paul. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Rose. Usually you talk about how tough a player is, and you're always talking about big guys. But Chris Paul is as tough as they come playing that little point guard position.
Yeah, he's a power pack when you look at him. I mean, he's played through a lot of injuries and still has a big-time impact on the game. Most recently in the playoffs, he played through injury to beat the Spurs.
Now here's Rose. Gasol a screen. Shoots off the screen. And it's blocked by Jordan. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain. Possession. Some changes for Chicago. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Iritich comes in for Mike Dunleavy. And it's Brooks in for Rose. And now Paul pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Gibson sends it back. The shot's good from Jordan.
Timeout for the Bulls.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
And last year, you could see Paul was hobbled in their loss to the Rockets in the second round. Still, most players wouldn't even have made it back out on the floor, much less been as effective as he was during the postseason.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing about Paul. He doesn't need to be blazing fast or quick to beat you. He can play seemingly on one leg and still dismantle the defense.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Griffin. Pierce comes in for Jay. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jordan. And it's Crawford in for Paul. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Redick. Griffin comes in for Wesley Johnson. Jay's checked in for Pierce. And Paul's subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Butler with the steal. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And the Bulls with another miss.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Jordan dishes to Griffin. Pass to Navarro. The feed now to Smith. Cans it from downtown. Smith's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Los Angeles.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Ultra impressive, guys. Caught them off guard, and they've taken the momentum in this game now.
Hammers the alley-oop through.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
So it's Chicago now after the Clippers pick up two. Good looking screen by Gasol. The dish to Butler. Shot to stop the run, and the shot is good. Butler's got his second bucket of the night.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Here's Paul. He dishes it to Griffin. Outside for Jordan. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
3-second violation.
While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. The Clippers third.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
Ball against Brooks. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
All right, a moment here to check out stats for Griffin. Coming off a terrific season. 8th in scoring, and he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage, able to create offense with tremendous efficiency.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
You know, guys, one of the things that is always going to keep you competitive against the West is a good defense. It's one reason why the Bulls tend to be a tougher matchup for teams from the West, because they do D up.
Now here's Rivers and Pierce. Here we go. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And it's Butler missing. Bulls had a good year against the West last season. 17 up, 13 down against the Western Conference.
Yeah, and how about playing 500 or better against every division in the Western Conference? So impressive to think they did so well given how many games some of their starting players missed.
Chicago timeout call.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And Redick is just an unbelievable three-point shooter. It's not just his volume, it's his pinpoint accuracy. By the end of last season, Redick was 40% from behind the arc for his career.
Chicago making a switch here. Heinrich's checked in. Rivers kicks to Pierce. Pierce with another miss.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
And for Redick, he knew what his NBA career would be like. Way back in 2005, Clark, I recall him saying, I think I'll be a role player like 80% of the players in the league. I don't expect to be a star. I'll just shoot. I'll be a team player.
Yeah, and he's exactly right. He was highly decorated in college, but every scout knew his strength was shooting the basketball, and JJ knew it as well.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Clippers. It's Redick on the wing. Wants to get it to Stevenson, and does. And stolen by Mirotic. And Heinrich riding the magic carpet all the way to the other end.
Really good ball movement there in transition.
That's doubting for Chicago. They won that game against the Brooklyn Nets. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Rivers can't get it to go.
What a start they've gotten off to on the glass. I mean, they've come out banging.
And when a game starts off like this, Clark, there's an intimidation factor, a physicality that they've brought that comes into play. And guys, Kirk Heinrich, a steady, reliable point guard, but not last season. Something went severely wrong with his shot to the point where he suffered career-low shooting percentages from the field and from three-point.
Now here's Paul. He has 5, and Mirotic sends it back. And again, Chicago running the court in transition. That gives them the lead. Heinrich's got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And really just trying to take the wind out of their sails here, I think. You know, they're on the wrong end of a run and need to just kind of exhale.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to stop the bleeding. Things were starting to spiral completely out of control. And I think a timeout was a no-brainer there.
The shot is off, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game, Greg. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Brooks. And, yep, finally dropped after rolling around the rim. Brooks has got it all tied up now for the Bulls. Here's Navarro. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. And it's 8 points for Jay.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Clippers lead by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Sounds good.
Now coming on the court on your level.
Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
I tell you what, the scoring